chest.
Yeah, I feel like even to touch on that, like Hoist Gracie was on the podcast. His family, obviously famous for, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and the stories are there. But one thing was like, their father wouldn't let them hit. They had to try to prove the martial art was a discipline of, showing that they could kind of win a fight without having to throw a punch or having to hit. Now, I know the story and the narratives always change over time, but coming from Hoist Gracie, do you feel like for you, for example, because I know you're a killer and you don't really like many people and you didn't start being a really nice, likable guy till you started hanging out with us. But do you feel that now that you're like at this age where you've proven yourself so much that you're world champion, Strikeforce, UFC, you have nothing left to prove, you're a Hall of Fame level fighter, you're still fighting at this level, at the highest level, you could still do everything you did 10 years ago at the highest level. Do you feel now that you don't have as much, not hate in your heart, but as much kill, that it's more of like, hey, I'm just doing this to make money? Do you lose that edge?
I don't know. I mean, I still like to I think it's the doubt at this age. I think I got bored and I got distracted, and I think that's why I lost the world championship. And I lost my way for a little bit. I was like, what's next, kind of thing. Like I was Strikeforce champion, then I was UFC champion. I was like, fuck it. I was like, I want to make more money and just get a little distracted. Like it's too easy. And then having like a little downtime and a lot of doubting. Now I'm getting older. It's like I don't want to let go of my abilities. And I still think if you put in that certain amount of energy to it, the doubt and the ability to defy odds, I think is what's brought us into this. Yeah. And it's like, and it's more so now than ever, which motivates me more so now than ever.
That's one thing that trips me out sometimes is like, man, like I try to fight it mentally. It's like, man, I spent my whole entire life developing a skill, a craft, and I gave it everything. And no matter how much you put into it, at some point it fades regardless. Like for any athlete of any athletic endeavor, like it's, for me, that's something I like have a hard time accepting. It's like, fuck, like, because you could be a writer, you could be a musician, you could be a comic or whatever, and like just keep getting better always your whole entire life. And like I get jealous because like we're in something that like you dedicate your entire life to, and no matter what, at some point, it's just gonna fade. No matter how hard you want to keep it going, it's
you just gotta try to do it with a little grace.
Yeah,
but it's like once you let it go. In professional fighting, like once I let it go, it's gone. Like I can't get back in a professional fight. You could always skate as a professional. I mean, like motherfuckers are ripping at 60 these days.
Yeah, but you know the standard you have for yourself that you're like okay,
exactly.
Yeah,
if I can't step into a ring like that, it's you can always do it with style and grace. People are always gonna love watching you skate, no matter how what you always have your little styles, your little things. It might not be like what you want it to be, but like you keep it to motivate you through life. I think life you continually need. You're young buck, but you'll understand.
Max just come into the game and have Max ready to turn the page and start a brand new chapter.
You can turn pages, but it's nice to hold on a little.
It's hard.